Given Robert Downey's return to the MCU, it's plausible that he and Chris Evans may cross paths in Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars. But given his new Marvel persona, this reunion will undoubtedly take a sinister turn. Since Robert Downey left the MCU in 2019's Avengers Endgame, there has been a discernible gap in the cast. Downey, who won an Oscar for the part, will soon be reintroduced to the MCU as Dr. Doom. Marvel Studios announced at SDCC 2024 that Robert Downey will be playing Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday, formerly the Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars, in addition to the return of the Russo brothers as directors. Downey will make the shift from portraying one of the most important heroes to one of Marvel's most powerful and renowned villains. In the MCU's Phase 6, Robert Downey's portrayal as Dr. Doom will provide poignant and dramatic moments, maybe one involving his former co-star Chris Evans. Many have expressed hope that, at the conclusion of the multiverse saga, multiverse versions of Steve Rogers and Tony Stark would be able to battle alongside one another once more. Rather than taking on the role of Steve Rogers' Captain America once more, Chris Evans might act as Johnny Storm's Human Torch. Evans made his screen debut in Fantastic Four in 2005 and its sequel in 2007 at 20th Century Fox. He unexpectedly made a comeback as the Human Torch in Deadpool and Wolverine. Given his recent comeback as the fiery hero, it seems likely that he would be willing to take on the role again in the MCU, especially if it were against Dr. Doom, played by Downey Jr., who is typically portrayed as the Fantastic Four team's archenemy. While it would be fantastic to see Chris Evans' Steve Rogers and Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark return to action in the MCU, their reunion as Dr. Doom and the Human Torch may be even more ideal. In 2005's Fantastic Four, Downey Jr. was first in negotiations to play Victor Von Doom, but Julian McMahon ended up taking the part. As Downey Jr. and Evans would have faced off years before Evans joined the MCU, Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars can only speculate as to what kind of fight this would have been. Many people have voiced their wish to see Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. return to the MCU, but this is sometimes accompanied with worries that their gratifying conclusions from Avengers Endgame will be undone. To allay these worries, bring back the highly regarded performers in the roles of Dr. Doom and the Human Torch. Steve Rogers may continue living a peaceful life with Peggy Carter, and Tony Stark can stay dead, but the dubious live-action legacies of Johnny Storm and Dr. Doom might be greatly reinforced. The excitement Chris Evans had upon receiving the call from Ryan Reynolds to play Johnny Storm's Human Torch in Deadpool and Wolverine has been made public. Later on, he said, "Playing Johnny again was a dream come true," implying that he might be open to taking on the part once more. This may increase the likelihood of his reappearance in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars as the Human Torch, but decrease the likelihood of him reprising his more famous role as Captain America from Steve Rogers. In response to question from EU concerning the appropriateness of reintroducing Steve Rogers' Captain America to the MCU, Chris Evans replied, "No, not really." This may come as a comfort to Marvel Studios, because Variety revealed that the cost of Robert Downey Jr.'s comeback is significantly more than the $80 million the Russo brothers paid for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Any comeback for Steve Rogers or Johnny Storm would probably just be temporary because Evans' salary wouldn't be too far off from this, but Evans' return is still quite plausible. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.